Good evening, YouTube. How y'all doing today? Welcome to my live. I am Queen Lillie, and we are going to be talking about Donald Trump, Pete Hegseth, etc. There's a lot going on. There's a wildebeest out, and that is Donald Trump. Donald Trump wants us to stop talking about him. He said that if we keep talking about him, it's going to be treason. Donnie. Freedom of speech, although you want to take that from the American people, we can talk about you however we want to. You talk about everybody else, you'll talk about people nasty, they fat, piggy, when you are all of those things, Donald Trump. You're nasty, you're fat, you're a pig. How about that? Y'all, we got a lot to cover. It's so much going on in America, and it's just... it's unfortunate that this country is in such a downfall because of Donald Trump. Even at his speech last night in Pennsylvania, he is still pulling the wool over MAGA's eyes, telling them that the prices are down on everything. And they were just sucking it up like it's really happening, that their electrical bill is much lower now, that the groceries are much cheaper now. Donald Trump haven't been in the grocery store in millions. He's over 1,000 years old. So let's say about 900 years he hasn't been in a grocery store. He may never been in one. A lot of rich people have never stepped a foot in the grocery store before. Y'all, I have friends, they have never had to use a broom before. They don't even know how to use a broom. I got friends that never used a mop, never washed dishes in their life. See, some people, when they got money, it's different. I wash dishes. I have a dishwasher, and I prefer to wash my dishes by my hand. I'm very old school. Donald Trump never been in the grocery store. So when he's telling people groceries are cheaper, and he said he came up, he made groceries popular again, the word, this is what we got to put up with from a mediocre white man. He's definitely mediocre, because a man of intelligence and high IQ would not be talking any of this nonsense. Donald Trump speaks gibberish, and he's been slurring his words so badly. Welcome to America. And what is that? FIFA sports thing, or the Olympics or something that's going to be going on, and people going to be coming for other countries. I don't advise you to do that, because if you brown or black, they may just keep you and throw you in a cage. When they come from caves, they want to throw you in a cage, okay? Hit that like button as you all are coming in, please. I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can send me super chats and super stickers. Also, in my description is my Venmo. So if you have Venmo, you can send me something through Venmo. Also, in my description is my PayPal. So if any of you have PayPal and you feeling jolly and you want to donate to my channel, you can send me something through PayPal as well. Hit that like button, please. As you're coming in, hit that like button. Welcome to my live. I am Queen Lillie. If you want to become a member, there's two different types of memberships. The Rubies and the Diamonds membership. Get your membership. You won't regret it. Hello, Queen Sweet Lady. Let's eat. And what do you say? You say, oh, yeah, he's going to say groceries is down because he ain't got to pay for it. Amen. And it's on the American people. We pay for his groceries. And he worked for us, but he over there pimping America out. Pimping out the White House with all that ghetto gold. Honey, he's trying to make that Oval Office like Epstein's home. Versace had a thing for gold, but when Versace had taste with his. Yes, he had gold everywhere, but Versace had taste. Donnie is a trailer park trash kind of taste. You know how they say you got Cadillac taste with a Pinto wallet? Well, he has trailer park trash taste, living in the Oval Office, which was classy and nice. But when you see the Oval Office now, oh my God, it's a disgrace. Looking at Donald Trump's decor in that office will make you dizzy. Hello, King Allen. I know, all that came from Home Depot. Plated gold, baby. Plated, painted gold. And he told me it's real gold. What happened is they told him it was real gold. And they overcharged him. They split the money. Whoever that, is in over all that kind of stuff in the White House. Colin says, hello, beautiful. Hello, how you doing? Hello. Are you a king or a queen? Hello, king or queen. Mini Biker Racing Detroit says, are you married? I'm not going to put my personal life on here, so don't get offended. I love you. JCK says, yeah, I'm sure you know. I know everything. Since you want to tell me what you're trying to say, well, I'm going to say I know everything. I know everything about you, and you don't even know I know everything about you. King Joseph, how you doing today, King? From my magic window too, what are you talking about? The White House. That fake plated gold Donald Trump has all in the Oval Office. It's ghetto. It ain't even ghetto. It's trailer park trash, caveman Donald Trump style. Renato says good night. Well, good night to you, Renato. God bless you. Buenas noches. Cooked. Oh, it's going too fast. New Edvale 420 said, we love Donald Trump. You have a right to love him, but I don't care for him. I don't hate him because I can't get to heaven. But I was very close to it because I can't get to heaven if I hate him. He disgusts me. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming to my live. When I'm talking about Donald Trump, it is nothing personally against you because I don't know any of y'all in this chat. I'll communicate very closely with Alan. That's my baby. That's my friend. Alan is like, me and him communicate on social media, everything. But for the rest of you, I don't really know y'all. So do not take things personally when I talk about Donald Trump. And I love all of you. But when I'm talking about Donald Trump, it has nothing to do with you. But if you come for me, I'm going to come for you. But I've been really humble lately in controlling myself to not snap and bite your head off. Okay? Which Dunny bites off Bubbles' head. I ain't trying to do that, okay? So we're going to be getting started. So have y'all done your Christmas shopping, or you like me restraining from that? I bought only children's stuff. And what I did do back in October, I had already bought everything. So if anybody got anything, they got it in October because I wasn't going to break against the rules of what we said so we can fight against this tyranny. I was not going to shop between the dates that they said not to shop. So be sure if you can to look out for the babies. The children need love. If you can't, just give them love in the home and feed them very well. Don't be too proud to go to churches. Don't. So we're gonna take a listen to what this man has to say about Donald Trump. And I will say, I agree. Let's extract the poison. Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans are the poison in this country. So let's take a listen to him. And he is Scotty Wagner. So let's see what Scotty has to say. Everything I show is fair use, great for educational purpose, great for entertainment purposes, and great for what? Research. And we are doing research on this channel, all right? Also, you know I throw a little comedy in there. So don't get offended, baby. It ain't got nothing to do with you. But if you come for me, I'm going to shade you down to Donald Trump's pissy depends. All right? We're going to get along in the chat. All right. So let's see what Scott has to say, okay?
Said Mexicans are rapists. He said that Haitians are eating cats and dogs. He said that immigrants are poisoning the blood of our nation. Let's be clear. It's Trump and his ilk that are poisoning the blood of our nation. So let's extract the poison and get their asses in office. Trump said Mexicans are rapists. He said that Haitians are eating cats and dogs. He said that immigrants are poisoning the blood of our nation. Let's be clear. It's Trump and his ilk that are poisoning the blood of our nation. So let's
Y'all recall? They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. The dogs and the cats and the cats and the dogs. Dogs, they're eating the cats. That's what Donnie said about Haitian people. They're not eating cats and dogs. No, they're not. But in some cultures out of this country, they do. That's their business. But it's not happening here. It may be something that come from other countries and cultures that may do it. But Haitians do not eat cats and dogs. I know plenty of Haitians. They are some of the kindest people. And the Mexican people, our great Mexican people, that's why we're having a hard time getting fruits and vegetables in our stores. Because you cruel white people, MAGA, decided you didn't want the brown people here. So our grocery stores sometimes are very limited with our fruits and vegetables. How smart are you? You're not very bright. You're just like Donald Trump, low IQ. We need everybody here. We're all needed. God made a beautiful rainbow. Accept it. So breaking news updates, and he is going to give it to us in 2 minutes, and this is from Midas Touch Network. Listen carefully. Go over to Midas Touch Network and subscribe to their channel on YouTube. They're doing big things, and you don't want to miss out.
December 10th, 2025, here are the latest updates. A federal judge has ruled that grand jury records from the 2019 prosecution of Jeffrey Epstein must be released. That means all 3 grand jury records will now come to light. Note, this is only a small fraction of the Epstein materials out there and should not be confused with the full files. Separately, a federal judge has ruled that Trump's troops must get out of Los Angeles. He has paused the ruling through Monday. In the order, the judge wrote, quote, "The founders designed our government to be a system of checks and balances. Defendants," meaning the Trump administration, however, make clear that the only check they want is a blank one. Powerful words. Tourists visiting the United States will have to submit 5 years of their social media history under a new plan. If and when the Trump administration goes through with this plan, it could cause absolute chaos, especially as the FIFA World Cup is set to be held in Los Angeles in 2026. The Republicans in Congress left their meeting this morning admitting that they have no health care plan, as Affordable Care Act subsidies are set to expire in just weeks. U.S. farmers say that Trump's $12 billion bailout won't be nearly enough to cover all the losses they've suffered under the Trump administration. By the way, if you like these recaps, make sure you're following our account right now and listen to the Midas Touch podcast. The New York Times reports that Pentagon lawyers have pushed to have survivors from the
Everything he said is true and is correct. I noticed lately that MAGA has been reporting my lives so much. So it's not that I'm afraid, but I'm kind of limit some of what I say. Because what I took from the things he said and how I feel about Trump, I'm going to keep it in my mouth and share with God in my prayers. But anyway, be sure to subscribe to Midas Touch Network. Trump has made America pure hell for people of color. So when MAGA's in my chat and they decide they want to keep reporting my channel, Trump is your oppressor too. Remember that. All right, all right, all right. We're going to continue, okay? So our girl Jasmine Crockett, she had her rally yesterday in Texas because, you know, she's running for Senate and she's going to win. So watch your mouth in my chat when it comes to Jasmine Crockett. I'm going to smush you like the white bugs in hillbilly land. There's white cockroaches, and those cockroaches smell when you smush them. So don't say anything bad about Jasmine Crockett, because I loves her real bad. That queen is special, and she's a strong black woman. So we're going to listen to what this young man has to say about Queen Jasmine Crockett. Give me a moment, please.
Crockett just announced that she will be entering the U.S. Senate race in Texas, and there's a lot of people who are going to make videos to say why she can't win. But I'm here to tell you how she can. To understand how Jasmine Crockett can win, we got to look at the full political context. Let's remember just days ago in Tennessee's 7th Congressional District, Afton Bain, a Democrat, took a district that Trump won by 20 points and cut that margin to just 9. That's an 11-point swing in ruby red-ass Tennessee, where Trump got 62% of the vote when he ran in 2024, proving that even deep red voters will reject Republicans when they see dysfunction in their wallets. But right before that, there was a massive blue wave where Zohran Mamdani, a Democratic socialist who wasn't backed by the old guard of the Democratic Party, became mayor of New York City, beating out the Cuomo political dynasty. And by the way, he did it while just starting at 1% in the polls. But that's not all. Democratic socialist Katie Wilson also won her race to be mayor of Seattle, and she had no chance because they kept on calling her a radical. Democrats overperformed everywhere in those special elections in 2025, and the reason for that was because Republicans and Trump shut the government down. We got to remember that millions of federal workers weren't getting paid, food stamps were getting cut off, and Trump and Republicans did not want to work with Democrats to lower healthcare costs. So the Republican Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, closed Congress to give Republicans 5 weeks of paid vacation. The news was 24/7 coverage of Republicans' dysfunction, and voters clearly blamed them for it. Now here's where it gets interesting. We're about to see the exact scenario play out again. The continuing resolution that Republicans passed to fund the government in November expires again in January. Another shutdown is coming under the Republican control of the House, the Senate, and the White House. They will never be able to blame Democrats anymore, and this is all on them. It always has been. Meanwhile, Trump's approval ratings are tanking, and Jasmine's likely opponent is a hardcore Trumper in a state that's been shifting blue for years. It's funny that nobody ever talks about the political Texas trend. In 2012, Obama lost Texas by 16 points. In 2016, Hillary lost it by 9. In 2020, Biden lost it by 5.6. And even at the Senate level, Colin Allred came within points of Ted Cruz. Beto O'Rourke came within 2.6% against him in 2018. These races are getting closer and closer. So if Democrats hammer home the message that Republicans shut down the government again, that they can't govern despite controlling everything, and Jasmine runs as the fresh alternative to Trump's chaos, Texas isn't just winnable, it's ripe. The conditions that created the 2025 blue wave aren't an anomaly. They're about to repeat themselves, and this time, we're fucking ready. Jasmine Crockett just announced...
We ready. We ready. Are y'all ready in my chat for Jasmine Crockett? Yes, God, we ready. We ready. She gonna win. She gonna win. We're gonna have a blue wave in Texas, and it's gonna just keep going and going and going. We ready. You better get ready. Y'all better get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Jasmine Crockett is intelligent, high IQ, and Dunny Boy is low IQ. And the Republican that will be running against, I guess you would call him the concubine. They already been in there already. Right now, she is actually soaring higher than him right now. She is above him. You better get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Jasmine Crockett, y'all. This just warms my little country heart. It does. What y'all gonna do, Texas? You're gonna have to accept it, because Jasmine Crockett is ready. And it touched my heart to watch her speak, and she started crying, y'all. I started crying sitting up on my bed. I started crying. I'm proud of her. And y'all don't have to understand it. I'm so proud of Jasmine Crockett. But anyway, guess who got articles of impeachment filed against him? The one that got syphilis in his throat, a gonorrhea in his throat. I would say RFK Jr. He has articles of impeachment filed against him. So let's take a listen from the great Aaron Partners. Go to his YouTube channel and his Instagram, Aaron Partners.
We have some news today. Articles of impeachment have officially been filed against Robert F. Kennedy Jr. for what he has done to science and research as leading the Department of Health and Human Services. These articles were filed by Haley Stevens, a representative from Michigan, who filed one article of impeachment against RFK Jr., outlining at least a dozen examples of how he has committed high crimes and misdemeanors. In addition, articles of impeachment have been filed by Sri Thanagar from Michigan as well against Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense. 2 articles have been filed against him related to possible war crimes in the Southern Caribbean, along with Signalgate and the mishandling of classified information. Now, both impeachment inquiries really are going nowhere in this House of Representatives because Republicans lead it, but it does put pressure on those on Capitol Hill to take action against RFK Jr. and against Secretary Hegseth. So we'll see what happens next. Spread the word, follow and stay up to date on all the news that you need to know about, and more to come soon. We have some news today.
Yeah, he gotta go. Tylenol may not work for everybody, but it works for me. And when my daughter was a baby and I gave her children's Tylenol when she would run fevers, she needed it. So don't listen to RFK. That man is dizzy and something is going on in his throat. I don't know if it's a crack pipe or what. Do not listen to that man. And looking at his skin tell you he ain't healthy. And the way he talk is something going on in that throat. How he gonna be able to health when he is not a walking billboard of health? He look like death. Donald Trump looked the same way as RFK. They look like they are not a walking billboard of healthiness. I don't know if they both put their mouth on bubble or what and caught something in the throat. But RFK is the throat goat, okay? But I don't know if you want to catch something, so don't put your bubble in his throat. Okay? All right, all right, all right. So Trump, in my opinion, Trump is a damn fool to think black people love you with your grandma body. Trump made up like somebody's grandma. Have you ever seen that rear end? Did I not show y'all that video that the sergeant, the guy from the military had to push him up on the plane, that big old wide butt like somebody's grandma? Black people don't love you. We can't hate you because we can't get in heaven. But boy, don't try it. You need to stop. Listen to this lie, the lies he telling his audience last night in Pennsylvania. The devil is a liar. Uh-oh. You couldn't hear his D-suckers. Hold on.
Black people love Trump. I got the biggest vote. I got the biggest vote with black people. They know a scam better than anybody. They know what it is to be scammed. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. We did great. Thank you. I like this guy. Black people love Trump. I got the biggest vote. I got the biggest vote with black people. They know a scam better than anybody. They know what it is to be scammed. Thank you, man. Thank you.
What we see up there running them D-suckers is a scammer, a con man, Donald Trump. Let me tell you something, Donald Trump. I hate the way that you look. I hate the way that you sound. I hate the smell of your body odor through my phone and iPad. There's no love from black people for you. The 5 couple people that love you, they low IQ like you. And they got a booty do like you. They made up like you, bad body built. Don't nobody like you, Donald Trump. MAGA don't even like you. But they under that spell because they've been in your pissy depend so long. They don't know better. They don't even know God. They know you as a savior. Something seriously wrong with them. I don't like you and I'm black. And I'm quite sure my black people in my chat are not fond of you. So stop telling your lies. We're not crazy about you at all. You hate us. And I don't like you. Nothing about you I like. And your wife, tell her to never read to children again for the rest of her life. I understand why Byron was a little slow because his mama read to him when he was a child. I ain't taking it back. One moment, please. This is some update on Caroline's loved sister-in-law when she's finally out. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. The hateful black and brown people in America is sickening.
Mother of Caroline Levitt's nephew has finally been released from ICE custody, and she seems to be surprised at the Levitt family's response to all of this. Bruna Ferreira was taken into ICE custody on November 12th when she was on her way to pick up the 11-year-old child that she shared custody with Caroline Levitt's brother. On her way to pick the child up, she was stopped, taken in by ICE, and very swiftly moved from Massachusetts to Louisiana. She spent nearly 27 days in an ICE facility. And that entire time, there was not a peep, a word, a statement from Caroline Levitt. It wasn't until the news broke that there was any comments made by DHS or anyone in the Trump administration. DHS described Ferreira as a criminal undocumented person from Brazil. She has a previous arrest for battery. She entered the U.S. on a B-2 tourist visa that required her to depart the U.S. by June 6, 1999. Basically twisting her past around to make her look like a criminal. To begin with, yes, she was a visa overstay when she was a kid. Then she obtained DACA. She did lose her DACA status, but she is currently trying to get her green card. And that battery charge was from when she was 16, when she was summoned to juvenile court for a fight. and that she was not arrested in that incident and that the case was dismissed. And the fact that the Levitt family seems to be letting these lies spread has Ferreira confused, saying in an interview, "I asked Caroline to be the godmother over my only sister. Why they're creating this narrative is beyond my wildest imagination." And look, when I say this, I am not victim blaming here, but I'm trying to get minority, immigrants, Latinos specifically, to understand that these white supremacists do not care about you. They will use you as far as they need you, but at the end of the day, it's all about self-preservation. And on that note, this is also a warning to Caroline Levitt. Trump is looking to get rid of Kristi Noem. She has been the attack dog that he loves, and he's still looking to get rid of her. This is what he does to people, and he could get rid of you at any moment too. So be careful who you align yourself with. After this is all over, you're gonna have to ask yourself, was it worth going to bat for Donald Trump over my own family? Thankfully, Ferreira has been released. She's on a $1,500 bond, and unfortunately, even though she lives in Massachusetts, she still has to fight her case in Louisiana. And remember to share this as a warning to people what it costs you to align yourself with MAGA. So the mother of Caroline Levitt's nephew has finally...
Caroline Levitt, the woman that's getting Botox at such a young age, girl. You think because you blonde hair and blue eyes, you're safe with Donnie. See, Donnie likes bubbles. He don't mind looking at your two boobies because he could stick something between it and then just bust one like that. But Donnie likes bubbles. He really admires bubbles because that's something he can put in his mouth because he's nasty. He's not fond of you, girl. Like he said, Noam is his favorite, and he's trying to get rid of her. So he will quickly get rid of you. I always thought blood was thicker than water, but because she's brown, she's nothing to you. Pay attention, black and brown people. When you got family members like that, be careful, because you got to always wonder, would they turn on you and turn you over to ICE? And they will. Be careful. But I'm not saying all white people are bad people, because I would be lying if I made that statement. There are some amazing, beautiful, kind, loving white people. But people like Caroline Levitt, a leopard don't change his spots, okay? I will resume. One moment, please. Hold on. I'm going to read this to you, then I'll play it. The Honduras president, Xiomara Castro, has confirmed that an electoral coup is underway in the country's presidential election, which she says has been marked by interference from the president of the United States, Donald Trump. So I'm going to read this to you, and then I'm going to play the video. Hold on. President Castro has confirmed that an electoral coup is underway in the country's presidential election, which she says has been marked by the interference from the president of the United States, Donald Trump. On the eve of the vote, the United States president also announced a pardon for the former president and Ashfora Ali Juan Orlando Hernandez, who was sentenced to 45 years in prison for allegedly creating that white stuff, that nose candy, this, Trump's son put in his pocket and put on his gums. Superhighway to the United States. He was released last week. At a press conference on Tuesday, Honduras president condemned Trump's interference, where he threatened the Honduran people that if they voted for a brave, patriotic candidate of the Liberal Party, Rixix Maconda, there would be consequences. A former finance minister under Castro was chosen by the president to run in her place, as Honduras' constitution does not allow re-election. Trump and his little devilish ways, we got to get rid of him some kind of way. Lord help us. Before the vote, Trump had claimed that Maconda was a communist and that her victory would hand the country to the Venezuelan dictator that he just pardoned. The of escalating U.S. military buildup and hits at narco-terrorists. Macondo is in the third place in the preliminary count with 19.29%. The President Castro said that Trump's statements violated the most sacred principle of our Constitution. Sovereignty resides in the people, exclusively in the Honduran people. Well, Donald Trump, we know how he got in the White House. I ain't got to listen and worry about MAGA because they dumb as a bag of rocks. Say IQ can't even touch mine. But the point I'm making is Elon Musk says, though, that Elon Musk said 4 hours before the election, before the voter booths, all that has closed, the polls had closed. He said 4 hours before that Donald Trump had already won. Donald Trump said that Elon knows those voter booths better than anyone. And he also said if they wouldn't have rigged the election, he would not have won. Am I lying? No. So it doesn't surprise me that he is trying to interfere with Honduras' election. Donald Trump is a commie, a criminal, a grifter. He need to mind his business and worry about who's going to wipe him soon and give him some diaper rash cream. We could smell you through our phones every time you talk, Donnie. So I'm going to read this to you all. Kash Patel just said, oh, I forgot to show y'all the Honduras president. Sorry about that. I apologize.
Estas elecciones, así como lo revelan los 26 audios presentados, están viciados de nulidad.
That is her. We're not going to listen to the whole thing because some of y'all don't know Spanish, and I ain't going to sit here and translate it all for you because like y'all said, y'all want us to speak only English in America. You sound foolish when we took Spanish in high school and middle school. But anyway, Kash Patel just said Epstein never trafficked minors under oath. 40 victims testified he did. This isn't incompetence. This is treason. Kash Patel committed treason. Moving along. So someone please put your foot in Trump's lying D-suckers. Where's Bubba? Someone call Bubba, please. Put something in his mouth, deep in his throat. And we're going to call Donald Trump the throat goat. Hold on.
Bigoted, lie-filled 30 seconds that Donald Trump ever had. Listen.
I love this Elon Omar, whatever the hell her name is, with the little turban.
Omar doesn't wear a turban. This is a hijab. Men wear turbans and not in her culture.
She is beautiful.
I love her. She comes in, does nothing but bitch.
No, that's literally you.
She comes from a country where, I mean, it's considered about the worst country in the world.
That's a lie.
They have no military. They have no nothing.
That's a lie.
Somalia literally has a military.
They have no parliament.
No, they also have a parliament.
They have no police.
No, again, you're over 3. They literally have a police force.
They get her the hell out. She married her brother.
No, she didn't marry her brother. This is her husband, not her brother.
Therefore, she's here illegally. She should get the hell out. Throw her the hell out. She does nothing but complain.
No, she's a U.S. citizen just like I am. She's not here illegally.
And MAGA believe everything this maggot says.
Lie-filled 30 seconds.
MAGA believe everything Donald Trump says, and they go mess with Somali people and go get mollywop. Because you come my way, I'm going to take you down. You don't want to F around and find out with me. I'm going to take you down. You come effing with me. That lady is a U.S. citizen. Melania Trump has a Einstein visa. How? Tell me how. How, Sway? She can't even speak English. And you worried about a woman from Somalia that's in Congress. Kick rocks, Donald Trump. Go suck another bubble again. Maybe you'll get your brain together because you be giving some head. Giving some head. Apparently you don't give good brain. Because Bubba don't even want to fool with you. Elon moved out the White House. Donald Trump needs to have surgery on that brain. His whole entire body need to be fixed. The booty doing all. Worried about black people. She married someone that's not her brother. And you out there telling those lies. And I'm going to tell you all day tomorrow, MAGA going to be running with that. Because they sick in the brain like him, low IQ. One moment, please. I'm sick of dumb people. Blubber butt comes up with BS every day. Trump, you look like SHIT. We can tell you are not well in that wide back grandma body. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about because he keeps talking about people. So Trump declares it is illegal and treason to question his physical health. Boy, all we got to do is look at you and tell you're not healthy. You got bandages on your hands with makeup on top of that. Is Bubba under those bandages? You don't scare anybody, Trump. I'm a black woman. I would never be scared. I have been through hell in my life. You couldn't scare me. You can't even keep up with me because you got cankles. You can't even run. At least Joe Biden get out there and go running every day. He has cancer. Funk yourself. But anyway, hold on. Trump declares it is treason to question his physical health. Trump, your whole body is treason. Your face is treason. Your teeth are treason. Everything about you is treason. Lock him up for his war crimes against Venezuela. Boy, if you don't sit your fat self down wearing a girdle and funky with the pissity pins on, are you kidding me? Anyway, this is what this big fat buffoon had to say. He says, there has never been a president that worked as hard as me. Eating cheeseburgers, I guess that's hard work. My hours are the longest. I guess if you stay up all night, it could be the longest. And my results are among the best. Right now, our economy look like shit. And he hiding the job results because unemployment is the highest than ever. And he ain't even been in there a whole year and it's $1.9 trillion more added to the deficit. Really, you fat buffoon. Anyway, I've stopped 8 wars, lies, save it. I can't read this BS, y'all. I don't like this man. I will tell him to his face. I don't like you and your wife don't belong in this country. How did she get an Einstein visa? Nothing is intelligent about this woman. She couldn't even read to the children. The children were so aggravated, looking all around like, get me, help me. I'm scared. Who is this woman? Who is this woman reading to us? Low IQ. The likes of Donald Trump. So anyway, as I stated, he is not well. And he want to say treason because people talking about his health. Donnie, you are a walking billboard unhealthy. Look at you. You're overweight. The girdle can't hide it no more and wearing a big old suit jacket over it and button it with a long red tie to hide your stomach is not helping you, boy. Here are photos to prove. The early part of the year of his hand and then up to now, recently, his hand. He put makeup over a bandage. Donnie, we see it. What you hiding under the bandage, Bubble? Or are you hiding the Epstein files there? Inquiring minds want to know. One moment, please. Look at the bandages. That was the early part of this year, 2025. Now it has gotten so bad, he wears a bandage with makeup on it. What are you hiding, Donnie? Donnie, are you hiding the Epstein files? So it says, Trump's hands lately. It said, I can't make sense of the constant discoloration and hand bandaging. Photo evidence from several days ago, several different kinds of bandages. And that he wears on his right hand. Do I have any medical professional? Do I have any medical professionals who can explain it? If he's getting any long-term fuel administration. He's getting something probably daily because he's sickly. And you can tell from his mouth that he has recently probably had a stroke, in my opinion, and from other medical experts that have said the same thing. You can tell because sometimes when he talks, his mouth goes one way. So they can stop playing in our face and lying to us like this man is healthy when it's obvious he is the unhealthiest president probably ever known. And President Joe Biden has cancer and he doesn't have all this going on. And he doesn't have swollen ankles and swollen fat ugly knees. I tell you that. And he doesn't have a face that looks like leather that's old from 1916. One moment, please. All right, we need to celebrate State Democrat Eric Gessler. He flipped plus 12 in Trump Georgia seat. In Athens, Georgia, he won. Yes. He secured Georgia House District 121 seat here in Georgia. I think that is Athens, Georgia. And the younger people are getting out and voting now because they feel like Donald Trump is not going to continue to play in our face. And that's how he won. Yes. So congratulations to us Democrats. A win is a win, baby. We got another one, all right? And you know what? The Democrats are winning all these special elections. So that's why a lot of Republicans are threatening to drop out. Well, drop out, baby, because you ain't going to win. It's over for you. So, ICE. Less than a year, over 25 unalivings under ICE in detention. Even children are being mistreated under ICE in the detentions. One moment, please. Let me turn the music off. I can't play the music, although that music is amazing. It said, I've been notified of 2 more deaths, in ICE custody in the last 24 hours. This is from a woman, from Congresswoman Pramila Java. I can't pronounce her name. Jaya Pala. I can't pronounce it. But anyway, she's in Congress. She's a Congresswoman. And she says, I've been notified of 2 unalivings in ICE custody in the last 24 hours. Meaning that 25 people have now been unalived in detention since Trump returned to office. That's the most in more than 2 decades. The cruelty and the inhumanity of this administration must end. It must end. Trump needs to go. His whole administration needs to go. They are torturing the American people and our immigrants. So hold on. I find it rather disturbing too, because Trump, you hadn't even been in there a year, and you has caused so much damage among people in our country. No, and now tourism is down because of Donald Trump. Nobody want to come here. Who wants to be bothered with Bubba, the one that sucked off Bubba and his minions? Nobody. Nobody wants to visit this country. Hit that like button. So we're going to take a listen again of Congresswoman Melanie Stanberry, what she says about Trump and a 13-year-old girl. This is in the Epstein files. I'm going to play this repeatedly because we're not going to take our foot off your bussy neck, Donald Trump. It won't work. You're not going to distract us by saying that black people love you. We don't like you. Nothing you can do is that's going to get my foot off your bussy neck.
Melanie Stansbury found in the Epstein files. Watch this.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I actually went through the files this weekend in depth. Donald Trump is not only named over and over in them, it is discussed this trial in which he was accused of raping a 13-year-old at Epstein's house. There is extensive discussions about a subpoena of Donald Trump in one of Jeffrey Epstein's cases in which he was accused for rape and sexual abuse. He was subpoenaed and gave a deposition in that case. There is extensive discussion between Donald Trump, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Mr. Wolf about not only Trump coming to his house, but, Epstein says in these emails that he has photographs of Trump with girls.
Yeah, you're done, Dookie. Done. There ain't no wiggling your way out of this.
I'm going to play this again. Listen carefully what she says.
To Argentina, because that's the only way you ain't going to face consequences for all this bullshit. This is just the beginning of the end for you and everybody in your administration. Melanie said Dookie Booty is all up and through these Epstein files. Once everybody sees you for the PDF that you are, you'll lose all fucking credibility, and everybody will start to turn on you. Watch. These bitches about to start flipping like a pillow on a hot summer night. Everybody except for Clay Higgins, of course. But it's too late for them, because they going down with you for all the bullshit they done did for these past fucking 11 months. Did y'all hear what Melanie Stansbury found in the Epstein files?
Listen carefully.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I actually went through the files this weekend in depth. Donald Trump is not only named over and over in them, it is discussed this trial in which he was accused of raping a 13-year-old at Epstein's house. There is extensive discussions about a subpoena of Donald Trump in one of Jeffrey Epstein's cases in which he was accused for rape and sexual abuse. He was subpoenaed and gave a deposition in that case. There is extensive discussion between Donald Trump, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Mr. Wolf about not only Trump coming to his house, but, Epstein says in these emails that he has photographs of Trump with girls.
Yeah, you're done, Dookie.
Dookie Booty, Donnie, Dookie Booty, you're done. You're done. That's why your wife won't change your diaper. She'll let you sawl in the bed. You're done, Donnie. You can lie all you want and say black people like you. I'm black and I don't like you. I'm blackity black. I don't like you. I'm so black, I put my fist in your throat. You walk in my face and you want to F around and find out? I don't like you. Don't ever step to a black woman. She gonna put you in your place. And I can't wait till the time when Jasmine Crockett put you in your place so bad. So she used your voice in her commercial because that's part of her campaign. She pretty much put her fist down your throat in that commercial. You don't even realize it. This is the thing. A black woman ain't got to put her hands on you. We're going to break you down mentally first. She used your voice for her campaign ad. You didn't like George Floyd? Well, she George Floyd you on your bussy. Now somebody need to put their foot up your bussy. Touching a 13-year-old, you nasty son of a... I'm gonna compose myself and be ladylike, okay? Can y'all help me with that? I'm gonna be ladylike, prim and proper. So we're gonna take a listen to Harry J. Sessions because he is an amazing commentator, great content creator. So he's gonna give you his point of view on the Democrats' win in the special election here in Georgia. Thank you all for sending me gifts. Thank you. I didn't get to catch all your names, and I apologize, but I think Booker Dooley just sent me something and a couple of the other ones. I love all of y'all. Thank you so much. I love you, Booker, okay? So we're going to go ahead and take a listen to Harry, okay? The one Donald Trump did his little video and he pooped on him. Harry is 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 times better than you. And this young man got a higher IQ than me and you both. Yeah, Donnie. Hold on. Uh-oh, it's on mute. Bear with me, babes. Hold on.
We have some more fantastic news. Democrats have won a House race in a very Republican district in Georgia, flipping it from red to blue. Democrat Eric Gissler has defeated Republican Mac Guest in Georgia House District 121. It was a special election. It was previously held by Republicans, now flipped to Democrats. And the thing about this seat is that this same Democrat ran for it in 2024 and lost by 22 points. Now tonight, he won. This same district was also Trump plus 12 in 2024, so it's a deep red district. You can see the specific results here. I mean, it was very close, under 200 votes. But once again, this should be a major warning sign for Donald Trump and the Republicans. If they can't win in a district that is plus 10 points for Donald Trump, that's bad news for 2026. And of course, tonight, a Democrat also won the mayoral election in Miami, being the first Democrat to hold the seat in 30 years. So across the board, Republicans continue to lose. We have some more fantastic news.
Yes, yesterday the Democrats won the special elections. Yes. We Michael Jackson bad up in here, baby. Us Democrats, the blue wave, we're taking over. Don't get offended. Join the blue wave so you won't be looking stupid. I would want to be on the winning team. Join the winning team, baby. Get off the short bus. So Democrats are winning big. We're going to have more commentary on that. So let's take a listen from Dean, okay?
Breaking news, Democrats are winning big in elections that they were supposed to lose, and Donald Trump is not taking it well. Here's everything that you need to know. First and foremost, tonight a Democrat won the mayoral race in Miami, Florida. And this is historic because the office of the mayor in Miami has been held by Republicans for the last 30 years straight. Miami has been a deep red city for longer than I've been alive. But tonight, things changed. And not just in Miami, but also in Georgia, where a Democrat flipped a state house seat in a district that Donald Trump won by double digits, 12%, in the last presidential election. Americans are continuing to wake up to the corruption and, frankly, bull that we've seen from the Trump administration in the last 11 months, and en masse are beginning to reject him as well as his party. And like I said at the beginning of this video, Donald Trump isn't taking this news too well. After suffering these major losses, he went on a Truth Social tirade saying that it is literally treasonous to question his mental ability and that he is one of the best presidents America has ever had. The jokes write themselves. That's all from me for now. Make sure to follow to stay up to date with the news. Breaking news.
Follow and subscribe to Dean
that they were supposed to lose.
Withers. Dean Withers. Donald Trump just keep telling lies. Like he said, the jokes tell themselves. He is a joke. So what do we expect for somebody that's a pure joke? Every day he gets up, he make up, more lies. Return to sender. Somebody trying to send me a curse, I return the sender tenfold. Every day he get up, he starts off with lying. He lies all through the night on Truth Social, on Twitter. He is a joke, as Dean has said. So we're going to take a listen to this. I think I showed you this yesterday, but I'm not sure if I did. But I'm trying to at least touch just a little bit of MAGA's brain because they got maggots on it, so I can't get too far down in there because the maggots on top. But let's take a listen.
Hey, y'all. Come look at this.
Does Santa ever get stuck partway down and need one of the reindeer to give him a kick? Does his suit get sooty? Because she may have soot.
What the fuck she say? Melania up there trying to read and shit. She can't read this book well. She only can read shit she stole from Michelle Obama real good. She practiced that.
And if you don't have a chimney, what happens then?
Who got a chimney? Anybody got a chimney? White folk, y'all got a chimney?
Maybe Santa knows about the key under the flower pot. Even though nobody's ever supposed to mention the key under the flower pot.
Even though nobody's supposed to know about the key. Bitch, you reading the wrong words and shit.
So how would he found out about that?
Boy, this shit all kind of confusing. Imagine if that was Michelle Obama. You could have gave Michelle Obama a thick book. She'd have been up there reading all eloquent and shit. Meanwhile, Melania can't read the first grade edition of the Christmas book.
Twinkling lights on the tree.
The what? Say it again.
Twinkling lights on the tree.
The twinkling. Hey, y'all.
Now, if it was Michelle Obama up there reading improper grammar and this just horrible English, maggots would be talking so much crap about her. But it's Melania Trump. She's a white woman. It's okay. She can't speak English. Speak English. That's what you tell my Mexican people. Speak English. You can't speak your language here. Well, Melania Trump don't know what language she's speaking. She's dumb as a bag of rocks and low IQ like Donald Trump. And she do not speak 4 different languages. Donald Trump made all that up. He lied like she was a supermodel. She has never been a supermodel in her life. She did some nude modeling. Let's take a listen to Queen Jasmine Crockett right quick, okay? Somebody that's highly educated, high IQ, has over 4 degrees and several doctorates. That's Jasmine Crockett. Sure isn't Melania, because Melania was too busy taking nude photos.
red. They are lying. We're not. The reality is that most Texans don't get out to vote. The reality is that the people that I used to work with in the Texas House did everything that they could to make sure that they could suppress voices. If we were so red, they wouldn't be so pressed. Let me be clear. The reason that the governor always got time to call out my name is because he understands that I know how to speak to everybody, not just some folk. So they tell us that Texas is red. They are lying. We're not. The reality is that most Texans don't get out to vote. The reality is that the people that I used to work with in the Texas House did everything that they could to make sure that they could suppress voices. If we were so red, they wouldn't be so pressed. Let me be clear. The reason that the governor always got time to call out my name is because he understands that I know how to speak to everybody, not just some folk. So they tell us that Texas is red.
Texas. The majority of Texas is people of color. Black, brown, etc. People of color. Now, if you get off your butts and go vote like you're supposed to, we're going to have a blue wave in where? Texas. Don't come in my chat if you don't go vote blue. I don't care how you feel. And stop sitting on your butt eating snacks all day when it's time to vote. Go and vote. Texas is made up of black and brown people that is really the majority, but you're being lazy and trifling. I know you're afraid of ICE. But do like black people coming out of slavery. They had to force their way out of slavery. You have to be brave and go out there and be courageous and do what needs to be done. Please, my beautiful brown people. Black people, we will get out there anyway. They threaten to unalive us. They threaten to noose us. We went and voted anyway. They still to this day in the state of Georgia threaten black and brown people to not go vote. We go vote anyway. Listen to me. There are states where white people will look out for you. They'll help you to maneuver around those situations so you can vote. We have some beautiful white people that does that. They all do it. They do it. Yes. We got to get out and vote. Texas must be blue because most of the people there are people of color. So you really are blue, Texas. You're just allowing Abbott, the wheelchair thug, to put fear in you. Don't allow fear to keep you from your rights. Donald Trump actually did all the stuff with ICE so they can stop us from voting. That is their goal. The mediocre white men fear your skin. But you show them that us blue wave people will win. Do we understand in my chat? You got to connect with white people that is trying to keep us from being taken down by their own. They're doing it. They did it back in slavery time. Hear me out. You got to connect with the right people. I'm going to try to spend a day where I show videos of nothing but those people. And they ain't got to say they do it. I'm going to try to do a day where I just show those videos of just those people that are protecting you so you can get out and vote. And if you take heed, you'll realize what I'm doing. Because I don't want to put them on blast like that. But I got to figure out how I can do it. Because your vote counts. The blue wave is strong. We must believe in it. We must do what we got to do to win. Trust me, black people went through it, my beautiful brown people. We had it worse than anybody in this country. Worse. They are still nukes and hanging. I'm just going to say the word hanging because some people don't know what that word means. Hanging black people to this day. North Carolina, Arkansas, even Texas. Truck drivers are unalive by these white people that hate my color. No, they haven't been punished. Texas is very racist. I'm going to show you this video, which you all have seen us before, but it keeps coming up, so I want to show you again. Trump has only attacked women reporters. Hold on.
Are you committing to releasing the full video?
Didn't I just tell you that?
You said that it was up to Secretary
You're the most obnoxious reporter in the whole place. Let me just tell you, you are an obnoxious, a terrible reporter. And it's always the same thing with you. I told you, whatever Pete Hegseth wants to do is okay with me.
So this, of course, not the first time he has snapped at a reporter, especially a female reporter.
Why do you blame the Biden administration
Because
for
they
what
let
this
him
man
in.
did?
Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person?
It's kind of become a thing with this president, lashing out at women asking him questions. He's done that the same with CNN's Caitlin Collins. In today's case, with ABC's Rachel Scott, there is history. This is what he said during the campaign at a gathering of the National Association of Black Journalists. She asked him, quote, "Why should black voters trust you?" Here's how he responded.
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question in such a horrible manner. First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network.
Well, today he called her the most obnoxious reporter in the whole place. Scott had good reason to try to pin the president down what he actually wants, because over the weekend his defense secretary was either not willing or not able to say what he intends to do.
When can we see that video? When will you release it?
We're reviewing it right now to make sure sources, methods. I mean, it's an ongoing operation. We've got operators out there doing this right now, so whatever we were to decide to release, we'd have to be very responsible about it.
Are you committing to releasing the full video?
Didn't I just tell you that?
This man that sucked Bubba off with his D-suckers, he hate women. That's why it's not bothering that his wife not living in the Oval Office with him in the White House. Because I kept wondering, how can somebody be married and their wife doesn't live with them? What a disgusted marriage. What a disgrace to America. Because, you know, the president and his wife supposed to be up high. No, they down low in the gutter. She was a, I don't know, porn star, new model, whatever. She never been a supermodel. And he ain't nothing but a grifter, a con man, a criminal with 34 felonies. That's not top dog. Michelle Obama and Barack Obama is way above them. You can't sit with Michelle Obama, Melania. And her mans want their money for that handbag, girl. So I'm going to show you the campaign commercial that Jasmine Crockett has. And she used Dunny Boy's voice. And it ain't shit you can do, boy. Suck one.
How about this new one they have? Their new star, Crockett. How about her? She's the new star of the Democrat Party, Jasmine Crockett. They're in big trouble. But you have this woman, Crockett. She's a very low IQ person. I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person. Crockett. Oh, man, oh, man. She's a very low IQ person. Somebody said the other day she's one of the leaders of the party. I said, you got to be kidding. Now they're going to rely on Crockett. Crockett's going to bring them back.
Crockett is going to bring home the win. We're taking over. Yes, God. Yes. God is going to pull us off from under Trump. I know it's painful. Every day is dreadful. It's painful to get up. I be like, oh, God, is he gone yet? He's still alive. See, Satan got angels that work for him too. But God is stronger than the devil. God is stronger than Donald Trump. Jesus Christ is stronger than Donald Trump. Trump is your savior, MAGA. Jesus Christ is my savior. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So, we're going to listen to Mark Epstein. Mark Epstein is Epstein's brother. So we're going to take a listen to him and what he claims the Republicans are doing to help Donald Trump cover up the Epstein files, okay? Donald Trump, no matter what you do, the Epstein estate, they have copies of everything, boy.
I want to talk about is I've been recently told the reason they're going to be releasing these things and the reason for the flip is that they're sanitizing these files. There's a facility in Winchester, Virginia, where they're scrubbing the files to take Republican names out. That's what I was told by a pretty good source. What I do want to talk about is I've been recently told the reason they're going to be releasing these things and the reason for the flip is that they're sanitizing these files. There's a facility in Winchester, Virginia, where they're scrubbing the files to take Republican names out. That's what I was told by a pretty good source. What I do want to talk about is I've been recently told the reason they're going to be releasing these things and the reason for the flip is that they're sanitizing these files.
I believe Mark Epstein's brother. See, the feds, they know how to do things that we don't know how to do. But they're very sloppy. This administration, the FBI under Trump, they're very sloppy about it. Because even with the Epstein video from the prison cell, they were sloppy with that. We could tell they edited. So just imagine they're bleaching the Epstein files. We're going to be able to tell. Because Trump didn't hire people of quality or the education who are qualified to work in these positions. They're not. They're loyalists to him. He didn't pick the best of the best. No. He picked the dumbest, Cash Patel. Pam Bundy isn't dumb, but she's not qualified for her position. She's not dumb. Cash Patel is. We don't know which way he's going or coming because his eye is all over the place. So let's take a listen to this about these ICE agents. And this black man had an experience that's born here in America. But the white man wants to decide to F with black men when all they try to do is their job. Y'all brains need to be bleached. And a crucifix need to be embedded in there.
I almost got detained by an ICE agent on my mail route. All right, man. So look, I swear I never thought I would be in a position to get deported from the country that I was born in. So, like, I'm out here doing my mail route as usual, just trying to finish up the day. And the next thing I know, like, it's an ICE agent, like, telling me to put my hands where he can see them. So at first, I thought it was like a joke or something. I'm like, sir, like, you know, I'm with the U.S. Post Office. I'm literally at work. But he not laughing. He, like, circling around me, like, what country I'm from, where was I born, and if the vehicle was mine. So I pull out my little ID, whatever, and, you know, I show him my work scanner. I even show him, like, my little mail keys, whatever. So he's still not buying it. Like, he like, you know, it's a federal offense to impersonate a postal worker, right? Bro, my heart dropped as soon as he said that. Like, how do you even prove, like, you work somewhere when the person doesn't want to believe you? So the next thing I know, another agent walk up, hand near his holster, and I'm just standing there with my mail bag, like, halfway open, like, sir, like, these are bills and coupons, like, not contraband. So they starting to ask if I got documentation proving if I'm a U.S. citizen. I said, yeah, like, my birth certificate, like, it's at home. And one of them radios in, and I hear him say, possible impersonator claims his USPS. That's when I realized, like, okay, they, like, dead serious. So I had to get him my supervisor number, like, on the spot. And they actually called my station. And thank God my supervisor answered. She like, oh, yeah, Brian, like, he's one of our carriers. Like, and the agent just looked at me for a second, nodded, and goes, next time wear your full uniform. And then walked off just like nothing happened. Just, like, messed my whole morning up, bro. So, I don't know, y'all. At this point, I just sat back in my truck for a minute just thinking, like, yo, it's crazy how, like, things can just, like, flip instantly. Like, 1 second you delivering people's mail, and the next second you explaining, like, why you exist here. I don't know, y'all. That was a crazy situation. Like, since that day, like, I don't step foot outside. I try to have my full uniform on, have my badge on. I don't got it right now, whatever, but I mean, because out here, like, being a federal worker don't always protect you. So, I don't know. That's crazy. What y'all think I should do, chat? I don't know. Let me know something, chat. Let me know.
Why you not ICE? ICE, why you not targeting white people? ICE, yeah, you. J6ers, KKK, Proud Boys, ICE. Why y'all not targeting any white people? You're only targeting black and brown people. I said about 5 white people you have attacked. After thousands and thousands of black and brown people, you are attacking. This is a black man born and raised here. His ancestors were slaves here. Breastfed your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, whatever you want to say, your grandma, your grandma, your grandma, your grandma, on down and back down in the jungle deep. I hope every night that our dead ancestors hunt you every night. In your dreams, choke you out till you can't breathe and you wake up every morning scared as a motherfucker. I hope every day your knees ache, ICE. Leave black people the fuck alone. We built this motherfucking country. Go bathe. Because we had to teach y'all how to bathe. We're still teaching you how to bathe. Go brush your teeth because you got plaque on them so bad I'm tired of looking at it. Leave black people the fuck alone. We have had it hard enough. We get up every day and we try to make it in a world that hate our skin. Go bathe. You smell like your dog because your dog slept in the bed with y'all and been licking on your face. Go wash your ass. I'm tired. Eyes real tired now. Trump is a dangerous maniac. Take a listen.
Just called for AOC and Ilhan Omar to be thrown out of the country because he doesn't like them, and his supporters started chanting, "Send her back." This is exactly what Democrats have warned about for years now. Remember when Trump said he was only going to go after the criminals? Now he's going after members of Congress, and his supporters absolutely love it. Take a look.
She married her brother to get in, therefore she's here illegally. She should get the hell out, throw the hell out. She does nothing but complain.
Right after that, he said this: "Get them the hell out of here. They hate our country, and she hates our country, and her friends hate our country, and AOC hates our country." First of all, Ilhan Omar did not marry her brother to become a citizen. This is a debunked conspiracy theory with zero evidence to back it up. Multiple independent fact checks and investigations by various different news outlets have found these claims to be false. Ilhan Omar and AOC are American citizens, both of whom are elected members of Congress. For a president to stand on a stage and say they should be thrown out of the country because he doesn't like them is the exact type of escalation Democrats warned about. This isn't about crime or safety, and it never was. It's all about control. He's labeling political opponents as enemies of the state. Once he convinces people that the Democrats hate our country, it becomes much easier to take away their rights. Trump just called for AOC and Ilhan Omar to be thrown out of the country because he doesn't like
women of color. AOC, woman of color. And the other lady is Somali, black woman from Africa. I'm going to tell you what Trump's problem is. See, Trump's problem is he had tried to get with so many black women and they rejected him. Educated. One of them got a talk show. I ain't going to say her name on here. They rejected him. So he holds that against black women. He is intimidated by black women because they are more educated than him. They have higher IQs than Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the bottom of the barrel type man. He is not a man of quality. He is not a man of dignity. He is trash. And I stand on that. And I would say that to his fat, ugly, leather-looking face. He's trash. He belongs in the dumpster. He is the dumpster. Every day we wake up, we got to look at that dumpster. He's wide like a dumpster. So in this video, I'm about to show you this beautiful young lady. She was a victim of Epstein. But she's going to talk about, and you're going to hear something in this video about one of Epstein's girlfriends he gave to Donald Trump. I wonder, is Epstein talking about Melania? I wonder. There's a ho, ho, ho in a Merry Christmas, married to the trash dumpster.
One of the emails that we have in the context of that video, Epstein says he gave Trump one of his girlfriends. He writes, "My 20-year-old girlfriend in '93 that after 2 years I gave to Donald." Now, by the way, you met him in 1992. When you see that, though, in this email in black and white, I quote unquote gave to Donald. What's your reaction?
I mean, it screams about, you know, the mindset of these men. You know, the same two men who did what they did to me when Jeffrey Epstein walked me into Donald Trump's office to be groped by him. Clearly, we are these objects, these trophies, and it's deeply misogynistic. It's horrifying.
You did share disturbing details about that alleged incident in 1993. That's when you said Trump groped you in front of Epstein at Trump Tower, which you just referred to, Stacey. And you say that at the time Epstein and Trump looked at each other when this happened to you, and they smiled, and that to you in that moment it felt like a weird and twisted game. And then you say Trump pursued you afterwards, sending you a postcard with a picture of Palm Beach, saying, "Stacey, you're home away from home. Love, Donald." Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, what did you mean, or what did that feel like when you say a weird, twisted game between the two?
So, I clearly was delivered there for the groping, and as I've mentioned before, I had shared with Jeffrey Epstein that I was somewhat combative with men in the fashion industry, photographers, men even on the streets who are inappropriate, and I would fight back. And Jeffrey also knew that I had model agents who would reprimand me for standing up to, you know, inappropriate behavior with men. So I believe I was walked in there as a bit of a challenge because Donald Trump, you know, was notorious for touching women, and as he did to me in his office, and as he shared on the Access Hollywood tape in his own words, what he can get away with women. So I believe I was walked in there as a challenge. And when I froze and didn't respond, you know, I think Jeffrey got very upset about it. He expected a fight. But they were, you know, they were very close friends. He was the only friend that Jeffrey spoke, the only male friend that he spoke about pretty consistently. They had a very close relationship, and it's just so maddening to me that Donald Trump ran on, you know, cleaning up the swamp, and all his time and energy is being spent on covering up information about the biggest swamp monster who's ever existed.
Now, in one of the emails that we have in the context of that video,
I remember that lady. I watched an interview that she did, and she talked about she went to visit Epstein, and he introduced her to Donald Trump, and Donald Trump put his hands down her because, you know, he liked to grab him by the P-U-S-S-Y. He told us that out of his own mouth. Nasty. Blubber boy. The obese one, Donald Trump, a beast. So I wonder, is Epstein talking about Melania? I still wonder. Okay. One moment, please. So President Joe Biden raised the bar. The Speaker of the House failed the bar. She worked at a bar. P. Headset lives at a bar. I'm going to play it in a minute. Hopefully it doesn't have music with it. Don Jr. can't spell the bar. And Donald Trump should be behind bars. No, it's playing music. I can't play that. But anyway, this is what I'm talking about. Yep, Donnie should be behind bars. And right now, he's asking that he be pardoned with other countries because of the war crimes with Venezuela. He's scared right now. So he's asking that he can be pardoned for the crimes, war crimes. So when he get out of office, the immunity would not work. He should have never been in the Oval Office. He should have been behind bars. Trump ends temporary protected status for 350,000 Haitians. Mass deportation set to begin February 3rd, 2026. I'm speaking into existence that he will not be in office February 3rd, 2026. Donald Trump would not be in office February 3rd, 2026. Donald Trump would not be in office February 3rd, 2026. We got to speak that into existence because none of these people bother anybody. They got their green cards. They here legally, as they were in Ohio, in well, what's his name? jdvance, cross-dresser, was the main one running around saying that Haitian people eating cats and dogs. If anything, jdvance, you would do anything to get ahead in life. You ate heads from a man. You was giving some head, giving some head. You nasty boy was on your knees for other men. So Trump, we don't have to question it. You are a walking billboard of bad health. You look like death. What am I talking about? Take a listen. Trump says it is treason to question his health. And this is a different point of view from Midas Touch Network, okay? Uh-oh, I got it on mute. I apologize.
Just wrote in a long, rambling post, Donald Trump just wrote that it is, quote, seditious, perhaps even treasonous for people to question his health. And when I say it was a long post, I mean it was a long post. Let me focus on this part for 1 second where he says the New York Times and some others like to pretend that I am slowing up and maybe not as sharp as I once was, or I'm in poor physical health, knowing that it is not true and knowing that I work very hard, probably harder than I have ever worked before. I will know when I am, quote, slowing up, but it's not now after all the work I have done with medical exams, cognitive exams, those are for dementia, by the way, and everything else. I actually believe it's seditious, perhaps even treasonous for the New York Times and others, like Midas Touch, I guess, to consistently do fake reports in order to libel and demean the President of the United States. They are true enemies of the people and we should do something about it. They've inaccurately reported blah, 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 blah. If you wanted to read the full post, I'll leave it right here. You can feel free to pause the video and read it, but he just rambles on and on and on, talks about how amazing he is, how great he has made the United States, and talks about the fact that he's taken all these medical exams and that he's gotten great marks on all of his...
I'm not even going to play this whole thing. Nothing about you is great, Donnie. You fat and you smelly. I'm saying it. A black woman. You fat and you smelly. Nobody cares about what you think or feel about them talking about your health. You look horrible. You look like death. It's that simple. I'm going to end it with that. You look like death. So this is somebody to admire. Him and Queen Michelle Obama was high IQ, brilliant, class, so much class to the White House. Then come blubber butt Donnie and Melania Trump with her news. Let's watch President Barack Obama. He'll show Donnie how to be presidential.
Came in the room and their eyes just lit up like stars.
You guys like reading?
Yeah.
Come on, everybody, let's just pilot. Are you guys all trying to be good for Christmas? You're on the nice list? Flying feet, how Bessie Coleman's dream took flight. Bessie said, oh yeah, you just wait and see. There'll be a black female pilot and it will be me. So look at her, she's flying a plane and she climbed on top of the plane. Would you do that? No. I wouldn't do that. I'd be too scared. You bust your head. That's what would happen.
He asked them about what they like to be when they became adults.
What do you want to do? A police officer. How about you?
Be a doctor.
Be a doctor. That would be excellent.
I want to be like you.
Well, you know what? Right now, all I am is old. Obama's top reads right here.
It shows that he's coming back home and that he's engaging with the children. He wants to see them succeed.
All right, everybody say cheese. Say Santa. There you go. Merry Christmas.
Now, do I need to play Melania Trump reading to the children again? He is doing what the president is supposed to be doing, but Donnie doesn't have time for children. And I know those children would not go near him because he's smelly. Kids will tell you you stink. They're very honest. If you smell bad, they're going to tell you you're funky. They will say, Donnie, you stink. Oh, Mr. Blubberbutt, the man of the Oval Office, you stink. That's what them kids would have told Donald Trump. Because the kids are very honest and they're not afraid to say things. That's what a president does. He's not even president. He's out with the school kids, showing them love and let them know they are our future. Donald Trump don't give a F about your kids. He hasn't done anything with children. And if I could find that video of them children, he went to that school, them kids started crying. You remember that video, you guys? They were crying. His face is scary. He's big and funky. No one wants that around them. No one. I want to thank y'all for sending me gifts. I'm not going to show anything else. Hold on. Wait a minute. I may show something else. Hold on. MAGA, I'm going to remind you, since Trump is your savior, why is your savior allowing you to have to go to the food banks? I got to show that video again because Donald Trump is your savior, but he won't help you. You can't pay your rent. You can't pay your mortgage. You got to go to the churches, even black churches, and beg for help. That's what you're doing. MAGA, hey MAGA, get out the food lines now. You embarrassing yourself. MAGA, why you in the food lines? Where's your daddy? He's a millionaire. He's up there eating McDonald's and Burger King, and you in the food line. We're going to listen to a little bit about Jasmine Crockett, and I think I got one more video to show MAGA, okay? Hold on one moment.
Hey y'all, so it is Jasmine Crockett, and by now I'm sure you have heard the good news. Yes, good news coming out of Texas. I know you are not used to good news coming from Texas, but let me tell you, the fight is on. We are about to win. Why? Because I am Texas tough. I am built for this moment, and so are you. So let's show the world why Texas will be on the map finally for something good. Let's make sure that we boot out those that are only doing everything that they can to boot people off of their health care, boot people out of their homes, and boot people out of being able to access food. Let's do what needs to be done. Let's stand together, let's stand united, and let's make sure that we turn this state blue. Join me.
We're joining you, Queen. You beautiful Queen. We are joining you. The blue wave is hitting Texas. It already hit Georgia. And it hit Florida. So where it's going next? The blue wave is going to where? Texas. That's right. Abbott, you're going to get thrown up out of there on your rusty butt. And for some reason, I was going to say something, but God help me control my tongue. The wheelchair gangster, he going to have to go too. We're going to get rid of him. We're going to get him up out of Texas. He can't be governor no more. He doesn't represent Texas. Texas, majority of the people that live there are brown and black people. So do your job, minorities, and vote. So let me find this other video because I'm going to make fun of MAGA because MAGA got too much mouth for me. MAGA, why are you letting this man have you going to the food lines when you voted for him? He didn't look out for you. He didn't protect you, MAGA. Hold on, I got something for you. All right. Let me find this video. MAGA, Trump gonna save you. Listen to this black guy tell you. Trump gonna save you. Call Trump. Hold on.
Rebecca, hang in there. Trump gonna get you out. MAGA gonna support you. Hang in there, Rebecca. And Jimmy. Where's Jimmy at? There you go. Jimmy, hang in there. MAGA gonna get you out. Trump gonna look out for you. Just hold on.
I gotta play that again because this MAGA is dumb. I gotta call you dumb because it's a fact.
Rebecca, hang in there. Trump gonna get you out. MAGA gonna support you. Hang in there, Rebecca. And Jimmy. Where's Jimmy at? There you go. Jimmy, hang in there. MAGA gonna get you out. Trump gonna look out for you. Just hold on.
You voted for Trump, you get what you get. Yeah, you voted for Trump. Child traffickers, that's who they are. They like Epstein And alleged Trump is at where it's been alleged. She's at where I don't know if Trump is, but I don't doubt nothing about Donald Trump with his nasty self. But anyway, these are child trafficker suspects. Call Donald Trump. That's your savior? Hold on. And this is probably, it's not really AI, but I'm going to say it's AI. But I'm going to show you something. I know exactly how this woman feels.
Throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right?
Campbell's makes your cooking good.
We're no longer eating Campbell's soup now. I got to play that again. It may be AI, okay? I'm just going to say it's AI. Hold on, we're going to play it again.
Throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right?
We're not eating Campbell's soup because we come and find out that it's that what? That meat, that printed meat or whatever that meat is. I'm not going to eat it. And I hope y'all don't eat it. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Even if I wasn't sick, I love Campbell's soup. I would buy Campbell's soup and just eat it. But now I know it's that fake meat or whatever. Campbell's soup and I have divorced. We have. All right, all right, all right. Okay, let's see what else I got for y'all. Donnie boy, Dookie boy, Donnie. Well, I ain't got nothing else for you, MAGA. But I just have to show you sometimes how stupid you are. And you know what? They don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. That's MAGA. They are a lost cause. They come over here every day and talk that smack. But let them talk that smack because they get my views up. Yeah, I love you, MAGA. I love you. I just love you to pieces. So let's see who's in my chat. We're going to get out of here. Peter says, long live MAGA. Well, call Trump when you need food. Don't go back to the food lines because most of those food lines, this is a fact, is white, some white churches, but a lot of them is black churches. Don't go back to the food lines. Don't go to the food banks. Call Trump. When you can't go, you pay your rent. Don't go to the black churches. Don't go to these Jewish churches that help neither. Call Trump. Thank you for the Kingless One. Thank you, everybody that's been sending me gifts. And I apologize, I have not been able to read all of them. Parker says, how can a beautiful woman such as yourself be so unwillingly black? Yeah, I's black. And I's gonna speak my mind. I love you, MAGA. Two Fly C3 says, I'd rather call you to pay my rent. I ain't gonna help you, MAGA, because you don't like my color. Call Trump. Doss Dale says, hello from Malaysia. Hello. Thank you for coming to my live. Bud Russell says, we are stupid, damn. Oh, just listen to yourself. Just listen to your mama. She didn't want to birth you. But that black friend of hers said, give that child a chance. Don't go to the clinic. Give him a chance. But then he come up and get grown and vote for Donald Trump. He should have been took to the clinic. Yeah. The mama should have swallowed you, okay? Rick says, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, King Rick. I love you. Peter says, long live MAGA. Okay, you keep putting that in the chat. Queen Victorious One says, MAGA D suckers. They are. They are D suckers. Paper thin D suckers. LaSwan says, King LaSwan says, Trump got knocked the F out. Yeah. In the AI video, yes, he did. And I loved every minute of it. Every second. Everything about it. I love it. Edward Thornton, King Edward says, and of course, it's cream mushroom soup. Oh, that makes me laugh so hard. I loved it too, baby. I loved it too, King Edward. I love you. Thank you, King Edward. Thank you for the blue waves, King LaSwan. And a lot of stuff had to be removed, so it's like I see a lot of deleted messages. Hello, King Parker. How you doing? Reg Smith says Abbott is a good man. That wheelchair thug, if you want to believe he's a good man, but go ahead, you text and just believe it, okay? Thank you, Parker. Mwah. The milkman, hello, Conrad. Okay. Hey, milkman, how you doing, King? Mike BB said, oh, he's laughing. Okay. How you doing, King Mike? Y'all, I'm telling y'all, don't be giving Alan a hard time. Do not give Victorious one a hard time. Any of my moderators, do not give them a hard time. Stop it. All right, let's see. I'm going to read one more. Raymond Newman says you're in the food line. Baby, I'm not in the food line. I got some salmon that I'm about to eat when I get off here, okay? Now, I admitted back in 2008, I went to a church here in Buckhead. I didn't have to get in a line. It's a little different when you live in a very nice neighborhood. It's not like going to certain churches, no. You wouldn't even notice these churches do that in Buckhead. But yeah, they gave me gift cards, Panera breads, sandwiches, Panera bread, soup, everything. Cheesecake bread, all that from the Cheesecake Factory. You can even buy the Cheesecake Factory bread at Kroger's now. But anyway, the food banks are a little different here. It's not like you got to stand out in that line a long time in the cold. It's not like that in Buckhead, baby. I'm sorry. It's just not like that. But yes, I did. I sure did. My business was suffering in 2008. The economy was at the worst because of Bush. And President Barack Obama had to come in and fix everything. And he got our economy to the best. And then Joe Biden did the same when he was in there too. Donald Trump, each term, has sunk America. Queen Victorious once said President Barack Obama can live anywhere he wants. That's right. Tell him, Queen. But y'all, I want to thank each and every last one of you beautiful kings and queens for coming to my live. I appreciate you and I love you. And I want you to know, no matter what is said in this live, I still love you. We're not going to think alike on everything. We're going to have differences because, Mag, I'm not a fan of you and you're not a fan of mine. You let me know that every day. But I don't hate you. I want you to know I love you. I love each and every last one of y'all, and I pray that God enriches your family and pray for this country. I even wrote an article about that in my magazine. Pray for America. America needs it. Donald Trump is trying to take America all the way back to slavery time, and we ain't going there. It ain't happening. Go change your Depends, Donnie, and go to bed. You need to bathe in some hot water, Ajax, antibacterial soap, and some bleach. Because if you wearing that diaper all day, nobody is changing you, you got a diaper rash. Now go put on your, what's that diaper rash cream? I can't remember because my daughter's 30-something years old now. Somebody need to get you some diaper rash cream. That's why you're so moody all day and you hating black people because you're miserable. I love y'all. May God continue to bless you and good night. Bye.